Capricorn, welcome to your Equinox reading. This is going to be the next 3 months. We're going to be doing 3 Astroflowers with 3 different decks. There's the overall energy, there's the karmic mission, influence from the universe, influence from your past self, influence from your future self that's encouraging you on, and the overall outcome there. Difficult times for Capricorn, to be honest, over the past sort of, 50 years? Over the past years, lot of years. There's that changing aspect of Pluto that's coming into your life. And that should change a lot of the aspects going through you at the moment. Let's just run through here and let's see what's going on. So, you, basically, the devil. You are at the center of your attentions at the moment. You're concentrating on yourself. Let's just have a look what's going on in the energies here. It's actually really vibrant on both sides. There's a lot of activity. I don't necessarily think that there's like, it doesn't seem to be like wow moment in a way. It's more a case of being, shoring things up. So basically getting into a place that's in a very much more harmonious place for you. Much more constant after quite a few years of complications, basically. So this is the month of Aries. This is the Aries season. Let's just see what's going on in the karmic mission for you. Okay, so that's Page of Wands. I think within the relationships here, because you're concentrating on yourself, I think you should just enjoy it. And to hell and high water with people that just don't understand. I think that's the sort of, just enjoy yourself. Just get out there and enjoy, basically. Wishing on a star. This is what the universe is influencing you. So they're trying to encourage you with this sort of like childlike energy, which is a happy-go-lucky energy in a way. That's exploring life of sort of, if I put my passion like this, what does the results get? And the universe is sort of saying, yeah, there is plenty of dreams and aspirations that you should be installing within you. And I think this comes with this new vibration that's coming through. I think the universe is really encouraging you to sort of stand up and be counted. You're going to be building in a lot of attention. People are going to start, noticing you in regards to your relationships. To be honest, it doesn't look like there's love here. It's not that you don't love or that you don't have love in you or you're not in a loving relationship or anything like that. It just means within the relationships that are around you, you're almost going to be coming from a position of being a center of something, of being very active within the world around you and of your dreams and aspirations. That's where you're coming from, and if you keep that childlike energy within you, it looks like within your relationships, I think you're going to be revered. I think that's the word. Yeah, judgment. So having an ascension moment. I think there's a real change in you at the moment, Capricorn. You're walking away from those very painful times of things and people that might have done you wrong, basically, that just cheating people. They're just after their own sort of like their own sort of pocket, as it were. But here it's a case where I think you've realised this and you're concentrating on yourself. You know your magic, Capricorn. You know your magic, and you're sort of bossing it up in regards to relationships, and you're stepping up to a new level where you're going to meet someone by the looks of it, or you're going to, open up to your relationships in a completely different way during this period here. Let's see what's going on your financial sort of side. Your karmic message here is just go ahead and walk and follow your path. Be you. Concentrate on you at the moment. Be that leader of your own path. Hell and high water, the rest of the world. That's what you can sort of say. Take that courage in that 2 hands and just wander off and do your thing. You're on a call to a mission here. There's a bee in your bonnet, Capricorn, that you want to get sorted. And the universe is encouraging that within you. They're sort of saying, What about doing this? What about this job here? What about doing this business here? What about, you know, and I think it's realizing who you are will do that, open up that call to mission basically for you. Walking away from something, you've got to be walking away from something if you're going to meet, this is your past self, so this is what you're walking away from. This is like your past self here, this is where you've come from, you've been very revered in the past, and that childlike energy is going to take you onto a completely different new level. On this side, the financial sort of side, I think there's something you need to walk away from. I think this has to do with what I think is long-term plan by the looks of it. Yeah, the old way of doing things. This has to tie into this monthly, the collective reading that I did, the change of the logic, basically, that you seem to be going towards. There's no doubt about it. It has been a learning process for you, a very stern and strong learning process, this Pluto season. And you're walking away from an old way of being to a new way of being, the sun. The Hierophant here is basically, this is how your future self is sort of saying, you know, you've got it, you understand it. The star going through your childish energy, through you, concentrating on you, knowing the steps that you need to take in order to get to your dreams and aspirations. It's feeding it in both ways. And as you head off on this mission, going through walking towards what you should be doing on your financial side, concentrating on you, will all of a sudden put you in a real ascension moment where I think you're going up to the next level in regards to relationships that are around you. Really are going up to the next level. And it is opening up that clear vision of what you can have in the future. You got the High Priestess and the Hierophant. That's really powerful intuition stuff. Use your intuition here, Capricorn. I think it's very important for you to do this, to use that intuition and move forward how you see fit. Concentrate on you. You know, take the money and run in a way. I think it's following your karmic path is really important here. These seem to be the two things that, the two cards here that are the most important ones. So, because I think they're feeding the rest, basically. It's all coming from you, Capricorn. You can create your own future by the looks of things. Okay, let's have a look at so it's Taurus season now. So we're going from the 21st of April through to the 21st of May. Let's just see how this sort of transitions through you. Okay, so yeah, fair exchange. I think you've put up these not healthy boundaries, but you realise what you want and what you don't want, and therefore you're not going to put up with any crap, basically. And you know, the Six of Pentacles. He's giving his pentacles. He's giving 2 pentacles to this person here, and he's giving only 1 pentacle to this person here, and he's keeping 3 pentacles for himself. So yeah, take the money and run if I was you, Capricorn. But you know, obviously you don't need to walk on anyone going forward. You know, you can it's a fair exchange, and that fair exchange is that you're putting in the work, therefore you should get the rewards. Maybe this is the rewards of you following your path. Let's just see what's going on here. Ace of Swords. So your karmic mission on this side is to seize on those opportunities that come out of the blue in regards to your relationships or your interaction emotionally with the world around you. And it seems like there's opportunities or almost like a victory, and it's kind of going, yes, this is it. This is this clear vision that you should be following going forward. Well, we got Judgment now. So this is what's been pulling through to you, and this is what the universe is also now pushing through. And I think this call to this judgment, to this ascension moment, the universe has recognized this, and this is what the victory they are giving you in regards to your relationships. I think you've been very hard done by in relationships over the past long time. You know, you're stepping up to the plate in regards to, this is what I want out of life, and this is the relationship that I want to live. And and it should be based upon fun by the looks of it. And it doesn't look like it doesn't look like that's what you've accomplished. And this is why there's a real step up, as if to sort of say, look, now I'm just going to really push it, sort of scenario, and push your sort of fun and real relationships. So you're getting a pass from that revered factor. This is a transition moment. This is the moment of transition. You've concentrated on your karmic path in the month of March and April, and then going from April through to May, you're sort of going from that. That's what you seem to be walking away from, and there seems to be something completely new that's pulling you or pushing you, I think more than pulling you, pushing you in a direction. That's is the universe, and it's pushing you in the direction of love, basically, of finding that relationship that really does correspond to you. A relationship of free love, basically. And I say free as in the sense that there's no attachments to it. There's no, there's no, people are not carrying baggage in this relationship. She's come over there with, this whole sort of thing. This is where you're coming from. You're coming over, and this is where your guides are carrying you across that river or sea to the new lands, to the new relationships, which is the Two of Cups. And this person here, normally, I think she's got a child normally, but actually, that's all she's got. The future self, and that's that child there, and it's taking nothing from that old world, and going there with no baggage, basically. Looks like. Let's just see what's going on your financial sort of side here. Okay, so you go from the King of Wands to the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands here is, it's funny that the Wands, in particular cards in the Wands, there's the Six of Wands here, which is success. So this wand is standing all by itself. This here, the King of Wands, he's holding on to the wand. So therefore, he's engaged in that path going forward. This here is as well, if you imagine, that is the King of Wands. And as they follow their path, all of a sudden, they've got the world at their feet. They've accomplished stuff in the past, and now they're looking to really take it to the next level. So it's a way that it goes between the two. So it goes from this level here is really stepping up into what I can only foresee as the unison of love, basically. The unison of the two sides of the yin and the yang, an absolute harmony and beautiful bliss. And on this side here, on your financial sort of side, you have a situation where you've gone down that path, and now you're sort of kind of going, and now where do I go from here? And that call to mission is getting, that call to mission is now on that path, and it's what do you do with that path here. It's going to take a bit of planning and operations here. The Nine of Wands, that's that healthy boundaries that I think I was talking about earlier on. You're not going to go back to the old way of you, and that's what the call of mission here. And the universe is sort of saying, don't turn around, Capricorn. It's that way, go that way. And this is what you should be walking away from. And this is what you should be walking away from, the past. Everything to do with your past, basically. With the Queen of Swords, and then having, you're walking away from sort of a particular vision that you sort of let yourself just sort of go with the flow. And here is sort of saying, no, don't go with the flow. Apply yourself. Apply what you want. To hell and high water with the rest of them. Seriously. Just you do what you should be doing. Follow your mission. And I think that's what that Queen of Swords is about. It's almost the Queen of Swords it's she's sitting there, she's got the wind at her back, she's got a direction, she's not really doing anything. She's just sitting on it's like sitting on a boat and allowing the river just to take you downstream. That's what you've been doing. And now it's a case of saying, no, you've got to apply yourself in your future, and start, paddling, or, that canoe. Start taking a bit of control over things. And the King of Pentacles is what you're walking towards, is that security factor and feeling the success, and also success through understanding, through knowledge, and exploring what you can do, your expertise in your life. And this is where you've got to learn how to plan things a little bit better, I think, rather than just allowing yourself to be cajoled by the rest of the world. And that's what that 9 of swords is, I'll get there in a minute. 9 of wands is all about, basically. How's your vision get applied in it? You got the 3 of wands as well. So I'm just trying to see what we got here. We got 3 swords, 2 pentacles, 1 cup, and 3 wands. It's a very mental and passionate path that you should be going on. But here is sort of saying, it's a card of procrastination, but I'm not sure that's the case for you. I think it's as you walk away from something and you're starting applying yourself in your life, it's almost as if you're sort of kind of saying, okay, where are the results? Where are the results? What's the benefit for all of this? What am I getting out of all of this? That's a sort of, it's an assessment of what's coming in and what's going out of your life. How you integrate that with the rest of things within your karmic path of what you should be doing here, basically. Let's go on to the 3rd month. Let's just see what's going on there. 6 of swords. So this is coming in here. You got a sort of a rite of passage. The overall energy here is between May and June, just allowing things to flow across for you. In the previous month you've been implying yourself, and here is this is what I was sort of saying about the Queen of Swords here. On this sort of thing, you've got this similar sort of situation here with the swords. And this person here is holding on to that wand, like that person's holding on to that wand, like that one there, like that one there, like that one there. It's only the 6 of wands, and there is another wand as well, the 8 of wands as well, which is not really you're holding on to. But here is a case of you've applied yourself in the life, and as you're applying yourself, it's as if like the universe then sort of says, okay, we're going to give you a hand to get through this mission, and allow, this is what I'm saying here, you're waiting to see about the results, and this is what the overall energy seems to be bringing in, those results. She's coming across with a child, and nothing else, a newborn, the new you. And this is what you've been waiting for in that month. And between May and June, the energy seems to be bringing it towards you. 9 of Pentacles. That 2 of Cups now sort of seems to be, life is ripe. Pluto is well out of your system, and life is ripe for the taking, and relationships is ripe for the taking. So it may be a case that you found your garden of love, basically. And you got the 7 of Pentacles there, is nurturing it. So it's nurturing this sort of loving aspect that you have within you, and around you at the moment within your relationships. There's way too many cards there to be doing. The only one that I can see is the Ace of Cups. So obviously there's something to be done with that. There is the King of Wands, as far as I can see. Yeah, King of Wands and 8 of Wands. Let me just get the other cards. Hang on a second. And there you go. So I just got the other cards. Sorry about that. So yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot ripe and ready for you, and it's nurturing that sort of love. It's nurturing what you have discovered in you, that because it comes from that devil sort of card, the Queen of Swords, from that side to over there. It seems whatever happens is your past is helping you to, it's like you've got this karmic credit you're living off the credit, basically, to see how things lay. That's what it seems like. Yeah, it seems like you're living off the karmic credit. Here on this relationships here, it's what's come from the past is a clear vision about what you want and how you want things, basically. That's what's coming out of that change from the Six of Wands, that revered position, and a change that's obviously gone into you. So you want more, or you want something different out of life. And as you've gone through that, your past is taking you from one stage to the other. You're rising to the call of your destiny, and as you do, the elements are going to be within your favor. So I would use those elements certainly within your favor. It'd be interesting to see what comes out on that side. But there's a real transition from the old into the new, Capricorn. A real sort of caterpillar into a butterfly sort of scenario. We have here the Strength card. So this is your future self. It's pulling yourself forward. It's as I say, I think you've been through some really hard Pluto season, and your future self here is trying to get you out of that rut of smacking your head against the wall, and picking yourself back up out of the dirt and doing it again. And the universe is here, and I think everything around you is sort of saying, look, it could be a completely different way here, Capricorn. You can just walk around that wall, I think. And I'm not sure that the relationships, because it doesn't, on this side here, it's just like you're just completely walking away from the conventional idea of relationships. And that whole conventional idea of relationships have not brought forth fruit. And as you walk away from the conventional way of relationships, you're going to be walking into a very beautiful garden by the looks of things. And it's going to be at sort of at odds with society around you in a way. And because it's at odds with society, you've got to stay strong and true to yourself. Let's just see what's going on your financial sort of side. Page of Cups. So believing in the possibilities of tomorrow, that planning that you did before in regards to your job and stuff like that, it's now sort of engaging in it in an emotional way to provide some really good stuff going for you for the future. And believing in a bright and harmonious future, or a loving future, or an emotionally fulfilling job, or fulfilling business. Just working the 9 to 5 is going to really grate your bones, basically. And I think you want to do a lot more different things. I think you want to do a lot more diverse sort of things. Have multitude ways of living in the material world, and those sort of healthy boundaries are going to stop you from going back to old ways, basically. Let's just see what's going on here. The Magician. The universe is jumping in bed with you. It's basically sort of saying, right, let's manifest this karmic path, this call to mission, this thing that you've been planning, this path that you have gone down. The universe is jumping in and saying, okay, let's manifest the future that you so desire. Okay? Justice. Did we not have justice before? No, we didn't. We had judgment. A couple of judgments. Justice. So, I think you're getting your just desserts here. I think if you stay true to your path and don't get pulled off. I think in this relationship side, and this is it's a bit of it's a really complicated situation here on the relationship side. I almost feel like it's like you shouldn't be distracted by people who actually are not really within your interest. They're only within their own interest. And they almost, it's as if they want to, where you've come from this revered position, it's almost as if like they want to use you as a stepping stone. And you're always allowing people to do that, Capricorn. And I wouldn't if I was you. Stay true to who you are. I wouldn't let them step on you anymore. And just move on to a completely different way of having a relationship. And this is within your business world. It's going to affect your business world and the way you do things in the material world, in the sense that all of a sudden you'll know your mission that is within you. And I think you would have realized this by a few months, and putting it into practice is going to take work. It's going to take planning. It's going to take dedication. But it also, at the same time, it's going to take dreams and aspirations. And you have to combine all of those things to put it into it. It really install that enthusiasm that is within you. Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is not that bad. It's a pretty awful card, but you've walked away from something. Basically, I think here in your future self, they're sort of saying, it's a bit like that Strength card in a way. It's sort of saying, yes, the path may have produced disappointment and spilt cups and wasted wine, as it were. But if you keep going on your path, there is that bridge that takes you across to a whole new sort of way of being. And this transition period is when Pluto goes into Aquarius. Now, Pluto goes into Aquarius, I think, on the 23rd of March. Might be the 26th. You'll know. Have a look. But as you go there, it goes out of Capricorn for like sort of 6 months, and then comes back to Capricorn in November, December, around that period. Then leaves definitively in January, February or March, that period there in 2024. And I think this is habits, which is sort of you've got within you. You can't believe that you could actually get progression. And you got the Wheel of Fortune. Did we not get the Wheel of Fortune somewhere else? No, we didn't. And this is where the change of fortunes come into your life. A real sort of change of fortunes that come into your life because you're following down your path, because you're concentrating on yourself. And, you know, I think this new logic in this world around you, as it's changing within the environment, within everything that is around us, I think this new logic is going to be wiping away a lot of society. And all of a sudden, it's like if you're standing at the edge of the shore and a massive wave comes in. And as this massive wave comes in, it sort of like comes up round you like that. And then, you know, everyone gets obliterated. And then the wave gets pulled back out. And Capricorn, you're just going to be standing there kind of going, yeah, it was a big wave. Yeah, I saw the wave coming in. So logically, I just leant into the wave and stayed firm. And, you know, this whole 6 month period is learning about letting go of old ways of being, basically, for you. And it's the turning of the Wheel of Fortune. And I think that's probably the ultimate card here. You know, I don't think there's really difficult times at all, or harmful times, or painful times at all for you in regards to your relationship or your financial sort of side. But I don't see huge, massive successes. I think it's because the world is changing around you more than anything else. And it's staying true to your path, which is the most important thing. I'd like to just let's just get I want to get 3 cards on that Wheel of Fortune. See if there's anything we can get out of that. What's that Wheel of Fortune all about? It's letting go of being where you've been carrying the rest of the world, basically. Letting go of carrying the rest of the world. Walking away from that disappointment, that 5 of Cups. That definitely wants to come back up again. There's no doubt about it. and walking on towards the 10 of Cups. And I think that's what the change of fortune is, basically. I think the change of fortune is happiness, then. I think you're going to be happy with this new logic. Because you're going to be able to understand it. Because you've been going through Pluto. And Pluto's now going into Aquarius, which is all going to be about judgment of spirit. Basically. There you go, Capricorn. Thank you very much for being with us. Yeah, you'll have got your weeklies coming out. I'm also going to be doing something on Pluto as well. And then you'll have your monthlies coming out for the month of April as well. Yeah, thank you very much for your support here. It's very much appreciated. Really do. YouTube really doesn't help us. They really don't like us, YouTube. We just got a deep inner loathing for us. For some reason or another, they got a deep inner loathing. They're not helping at all. In fact, we are pretty much shadow banned, basically. We get no impressions whatsoever on this channel. And I don't know why. I don't know what I've done. I just think YouTube just doesn't like us. Our click-through rate's been pretty good. Our view duration's been pretty good. It's not the worst in the world, but it's not the best in the world either. But at the same time, YouTube just do not want us to have success, basically. There you go. Thank you very much for your support for that reason. Yeah. And I will see you soon. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.